everyone, I'm Krissy Buck, the social media manager at KNOXX.net, and this is Suzanna Mathews, our social engagement manager. And today we're talking about parents returning to the workforce. So today is the first day of school for USD 259, and you might be finding yourself sitting at home alone thinking, what's next for me? So if you have any questions, please type them in. We'll be answering at the end of the video about you know, this next step in your life.
The next chapter. First of all, if you do find yourself feeling a little empty nestish today because you've sent your youngest one off to school for the first time, first of all, congratulations. Pour yourself a big cup of coffee and enjoy the peace and quiet. But as you said, you know, the sort of the beauty of the peace and quiet only lasts so long, and then you may find yourself thinking, okay, it's time to get back out there into the work world. So we'll address some of those fears and frustrations that often go along with that for a parent who's maybe mommy tracked or daddy tracked for a few years to stay home with young ones. Yes. And then are ready to re-enter the workforce.
Absolutely. And this is personal to me. I was a stay-at-home mom for 5 years, and my kids were returning to school, or actually they were in high school, and you know, just a few more years and they would be done. And so I was thinking to myself, what's next for me? Because my career as a mom raising kids is almost over. I'm always going to be a mom.
Sure.
But raising kids, that is almost over. And so I returned back to school, and about a year ago I started putting out resumes. And by the way, it is really frustrating, and I'm sure some of you know this, to spend all day revamping your resume, typing out that cover letter, filling out that online form, and hitting submit, and instantly getting an email saying, you don't have the job.
Sorry.
So frustrating.
Yeah, you know, that's definitely a do better opportunity for that company, because I don't know who it was, and it doesn't really matter, but if you are spending a lot of money and a lot of your own human capital of your staff trying to create a good brand and a good reputation in the community, and then you have people apply for jobs and they immediately get hit with the brick wall mere seconds after uploading their resume, then they're really walking away with a really bad taste in their mouth. Not only are you not ever going to hire them, but probably they're not ever going to do business with you. They're not a future customer for you now as well. And think of all their friends and family as well who they tell that story to. They're all turned off. And so now you have to spend even more money to try to overcome that negative perception. Just do it right. Do it right the first time.
Yeah, so when I learned about KNOXX, I was thinking, man, I wish I would have known that a few months ago. You know, I could have uploaded my my video, and the employer could see my personality, my energy, my positivity, what I can bring to a team, and I could put my resume there instead of sending it out a million different places, and all my credentials, and you know, even add my LinkedIn there.
Yeah.
And
so just in case there might be a few people watching who aren't quite sure what the platform looks like or how it works, KNOXX, KNOXX.net, is a career networking site, career discovery site. And so if you are a job seeker, a candidate looking for employment in the Wichita area, it's absolutely free for you to use. There is no cost whatsoever for you to use it. And in addition to uploading your resume, we strongly, strongly, strongly encourage you to shoot a brief introductory video. Some people might call this a brand video or a positioning video, and you're basically just introducing yourself the way you would at a networking event when you're breaking the ice. Hi, this is my name. I'm passionate about X, Y, and Z. I'm looking for a position in the ABC industry. I'd really fit with this size company, with this kind of a culture. And you're basically just telling people who you are and what you're about, and kind of where to place you or how to interpret you. And that is so, so important for the stay-at-home parent who may be feeling like, okay, what am I good at? I kind of forgot. Like, besides, you know, making peanut butter sandwiches, like nobody's business, you know, what are my actual skills and my intangible traits that an employer would value? This platform allows that individual to frame the narrative so that they're not being overlooked or punished inadvertently for having taken time out to raise a family.
Absolutely.
Whether it's for a few years or 10 years or whatever.
And there's also, stay-at-home parents. There's, there's volunteer opportunities for you. Maybe you've been volunteering for the PTO or a local nonprofit. That is experience that you might not be able to fit on your resume, but you can in your 30-second video.
Absolutely.
Those are skills that you've obtained.
Yeah.
So, well, we've told you about KNOXX and how that helps the stay-at-home parent, but what are some other ways that people, if they're thinking about returning back to the workforce, what are some things that they could do right now, Suzanna?
Yeah. So a couple tips. I mean, one of the things I think that a lot of people don't even realize it's very simple and inexpensive to do is to simply print up a business card, even if it doesn't have the name of a company on it.
Okay.
You want to include your name, your contact information, and then what was your past profession or what is the profession you're seeking. So if you're a graphic designer but you haven't yet landed somewhere, go ahead and put that label, that identity on it, so people will kind of know how to associate you. And then as they are out and about, maybe the person you met at an event isn't the person to give you the job, but they're the person to make an introduction to the person who can give you the job. So you think
Yes.
about those degrees of separation. They're pretty small and tight here in a smaller city like Wichita. So have that card on you. I think you can get those oftentimes online for free. Right?
Yes, yeah, yep, especially if you have the printer, you have their logo on the back of it.
Sure.
You can usually get them just for shipping, just paying shipping.
Yeah. And the other thing I would encourage those parents who've been staying at home and they're ready to re-enter the workforce to do is to try to get out and about, even if it means stretching your comfort zone a little bit,
Yes.
to a lot of the professional development events and the mixers and the mingles. So if you've been in a certain industry in the past, you can do a little Google search and find out, okay, do they have lunch meetings? Do they do happy hours? Do they have speakers? Do they have all-day conferences? And sign up for those. And usually they're pretty affordable, and the money that you're spending is, honestly, it's an investment in yourself. It's an investment in your career if you're spending $25 to go to a lunch that's for your kind of people, because they'll know who's hiring. They'll know how to help you get in through those doors, and you'll be able to prove yourself as one of them. So find those events, whether it's through Meetup or Eventbrite or whatever.
Yeah, those are great tips. Thank you for those.
Absolutely.
And okay, so we don't have any questions today, but if you have a question, please type it into the comments and we will answer it right away. And to learn more about KNOXX, go to knoxx.net, KNOXX, and also please subscribe to our YouTube channel at KNOXX Talks. And we will see you next week.
Yeah, I don't know what we'll be talking about yet, but I'm sure it'll be something super relevant.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
And it'll be about, 10:30, 11 o'clock next Wednesday morning. If you
Yes.
just kind of want to pencil that in and make it a regular coffee break with us, we would love to have you.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Bye, guys. Have
Bye.
a great week.